So I tell y'all right now, while y'all in it, take care of y'all bread. So when y'all done, go ahead and take care of yourself. So while y'all at it right now, take care of y'all bodies. You know what I mean? Don't take care of y'all chicken. You feel me? Don't take care of y'all mentals. Cause look, we ain't lasting that long. I had a couple of players that I played with that, you know what I mean, they no longer here no more. They no longer. So, I mean, you feel me? Start taking care of y'all mentals, y'all bodies, and y'all chicken for when y'all, ready to walk away. You walk away and you be able to do what you want to do. But I appreciate it. Thank y'all.
What was it like to go see Aaron after the game?
So I was watching the Aaron Hernandez, modern Aaron Hernandez doc on Netflix. So you see Marshawn Lynch was talking about taking care of your chicken and your mental. It's ironic, he said that Sunday when they lost to the Packers, and then you see, how mentally fucked up. You see certain people already, like Antonio Brown, and then Netflix puts out this Aaron Hernandez doc. Now this is like the third doc that I've seen on Aaron Hernandez, because the first one was on Oxygen like 2 years ago, and then H&L Network did one last year. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, I was a fan of him on the football field. I've already seen 2 more documentaries. What the fuck can you tell me that I don't know? Because I followed the case. And this one was pretty good. I think whoever does another one, if they do, they got their work cut out for them. Now, before I even get into it, I was sitting there saying to myself, damn, Odin Lloyd's family must be sick every time they turn around to see Hollywood making a quick buck off Aaron Hernandez and glorifying his lifestyle and his life story. And I'm pretty sure his fiance and them are living off of it. But it's like, you see serial killers get glorified almost like icons. Like Ted Bundy has had endless documentaries and movies. And can you imagine if you was a loved one of one of the victims of a serial killer and they constantly just keep putting docs and movies about these motherfuckers? Like, I get the fascination, but until you look at it from that perspective, it's like, damn, another one? So they did this, and this one was more detailed. They came from all different angles. They released phone calls from him and his fiance arguing about cops searching the house, his toxic relationship with his mother, where she was begging him for $1 million after he got his big contract with the Patriots for $40 million. He's telling her, I don't have it all. His upbringing, he grew up in Bristol, Connecticut's, middle class neighborhood. His father was the only disciplinarian in his life. At one point, they also talk about his sexuality very fluently. When he was a kid, he wanted to try out for the cheerleading squad, and his father put an end to that, real quick. And he played football, and his father died in high school, and from that point on, he was fucked because his mother started dating, I believe, his cousin, and he had no parental guidance. But back on the sexuality thing, his quarterback in high school, who was his best friend, he's in this doc, and he's basically telling everybody they was a couple. So he had been experiencing with gay shit since he was a kid. So it wasn't like something he just, hit the switch. They also interviewed Ryan O'Callahan, who played for the Patriots and played in the NFL. He didn't know Aaron Hernandez, but he was there just to give insight on what it was like being a closeted NFL player. Lee Bodden, from the Patriots spoke. It was more detailed than ones I've seen previously. The things that stood out, it was certain shit I didn't even know. Like when Aaron Hernandez lived such a double life, he actually had another apartment on the other side of town, and they interviewed his neighbor, and she was like, she never seen anything suspicious, but she would smell skunk, like hard weed. He would go there as his escape to get away from being who he was and his wife, his fiance, and everything. So it was a lot of things they did. I mean, the double murder, I didn't know that, but he committed that double murder in Boston 2 days before he got awarded a $40 million contract. So, I mean, he really duped the New England Patriots. They didn't know he was doing all of this shit. And shooting his boy Bradley in the face. It's really detailed. It's a docu-series. It's 3 parts. It's only an hour a piece. It's well worth it. Took me 2 days to watch it because I just didn't have enough time. But it was worth the watch, indeed. And like I said, it's minor details that they bring up that you be like, oh shit, like his attorney who helped him beat the double murder charge was Casey Anthony's attorney, the white girl who killed the baby and threw it in a shoebox or some shit. So, I mean, I didn't know that, what I'm saying? So it was some things I learned that I thought I knew all about. And Hernandez and his mindset. And of course, they bring up the sexuality a lot because they believe Odin Lloyd knew about it and he was going to rat him out because Odin Lloyd dated his fiance's sister. So this whole thing broke up 2 sisters you know, because they were both dating opposite boyfriends, and one boyfriend killed the other, you know. So it's really sad. And then of course, last but not least, they bring up CTE, and they don't use it to like excuse what he did, but he had such severe CTE. And the one thing I seen in this doc is they showed at least 9 or 10 hits to the head, and he got knocked out in the Denver Bronco game, and he just constantly kept getting hit in the head. And I'm like, damn, I didn't realize he had that many hits, you know, headshots, and he only played 3 years. So if he played 3 years and got hit that much, how do you think, you know, some of these motherfuckers that played 10+ years, how many hits they've had? You know, thought they were gonna bring up Wes Welker, because Wes Welker had admitted that he had some odd behavior in the locker room, walking around talking about gay shit, but they didn't. He probably declined, just like most of the Patriots did. You know, Urban Meyer's wife spoke. Gronk, which they played that clip where Gronk refused to speak. So I mean, they didn't get too much insight. Jermaine Wiggins spoke. People who outsiders really, only a few insiders that knew him really spoke about this shit. But it was good, man. Netflix, like I say, if someone does a movie, and I think they're gonna do a movie, they're gonna continue to drag this out. This is the OJ of the 21st century. They're gonna continue to drag this out because, you know, be honest with you, they can. And Odin Lloyd, even though his mother forgave Aaron Hernandez, you know, I still think it's kind of fucked up to constantly remind that family about that. But I mean, it's a good doc, man. I'd watch it if you got Netflix or you got someone's account. Check it out, man.